Yeah. Look, I'm just so grateful for guys like this in the church, you know. When I look at their lives and I look at how flawed they are and how much God sustains them, it gives me hope, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. And that's what testimony's all about, because I'm just like them. I'm flawed too, but I do go for Queensland. So, yes. So I'm slightly less flawed. But when, I guess I look at these guys like Nat. I've heard Nat's testimony. Every time I hear Nat's testimony, I hear something different. It excites me. It stirs me, his story. And every time I hear Ian's story, it stirs me. Even though, I hear the same things. I hear different stuff every time I hear it. And every time I hear it, I never get sick of it. That's the thing about testimony, hey? Because I haven't been through what Nat's been through. I haven't been through what Ian's been through, but I've been through my own story. Yeah, and all you guys, you've been through your own stories. Yeah. And, like when we share about the things that we've been through and what God's taken us through, and we give glory to Him, it ignites faith, and that's right. It gives us the hope to go on and try again, doesn't it? So, yeah, I hope my testimony does that for you tonight. As Nat said, I just looked it up quickly. It's Revelations 12:11, and it says that they overcame Him by the blood of the Lamb, by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives unto the death. Satan trembles when we give God honour and glory for the good things that He's doing in our lives, because He knows it'll ignite faith. He knows that through God's spoken word and through the truth, that it sets people free.
That's right.
And who Jesus sets free is free indeed, yeah? So, for me, like, I've been a clean-cut Christian, but don't believe that for a second. You know, I grew up in a Christian home. I had Christian parents, and I remember this as clear as day. I was 5 years old. We're in the kitchen, and I was with my parents, and we were just having a laugh together. And I'm like, these two are really cool, and there's something they've got that is just awesome. And I was like, you guys like Jesus, don't you? You're into this Jesus thing, aren't you? And they're like, yeah. And I said, well, I want in on that. And they said, well, they explained sin to me. They explained that all those smacks I was getting was because I was a naughty boy. And not only had I offended them and they'd forgiven me, but I'd offended God, and I needed God's forgiveness.
Right.
And I understood that because I'd had a lot of smacks. even up till being a cute 5-year-old, I'd had a lot. And I need a lot more after that. Jesus didn't change much in that way. But, I said, well, yeah, I want to, you guys are cool and you got something and I want it. So we went through the sinner's prayer and I just love Jesus. I was like, Jesus is cool. Jesus is the answer. And so I started wanting to tell my friends about Jesus. So I was not ashamed of him at school. I'd speak up about Jesus. Jesus is my best buddy. I'd tell my friends. And I remember taking the bricklayer's son through the sinner's prayer when I was about 6 or 7. I was at the top of the cul-de-sac. I said, Gavin, mate, you've done wrong. You know all those smacks on the bottom you got? Well, that's because you're naughty. And it was like this. I don't remember the exact words, but I basically said, you've offended God, Gavin, and God loves you, but your sin separated you. I understood it so clearly back then. I was just like, so I'm going to say this prayer, mate, and you're going to be forgiven. And Gavin did that. And I don't know where Gavin is today. I've lost total contact with Gavin. Maybe I should look him up on Facebook. I'll look up Gavin Ranger or something like that because he was a redhead. His dad was a redhead. Maybe I'll find him. But, I don't know where Gavin's at, but I believe if God starts a good work in someone, He brings it to completion, eh? Yeah. And one thing I've seen as I've gone on in life, I've seen God start a good work in people, and I've seen them not go on with it. But that doesn't mean they're not going to come back, you know. And we can claim the promise that if God started a good thing, if He started that salvation work, He's going to bring it to completion, yeah? All right, so we can claim that. I'm claiming that for my brother at the moment. Yeah. God started good work in him, he's going to bring it to completion. Yeah, so I've always been a winner. Who can relate to that? I like to win. Nat can definitely relate to that. Ian, yes, very competitive. Greg's a winner, definitely. Who's okay with losing? Okay, fair enough, okay. Well, I want to tell you tonight you're all winners, and I'll tell you why. We were all swimmers once in this giant stream. And I've got news for you, we're all strong swimmers. Well, some beat us over the finish line, but they just went straight past the finish line. And I saw this egg, and I knew I wanted that egg. And I went for it, and I fit into it, and I got in. And that's how my life started. I told you I'm flawed, alright? But this is the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Go down!
So we're all winners here tonight, yeah?
Oh my god, please say you got that.
I did.
So pat yourself in the back. You're competitive, you're a winner. God made you that way. You beat all your little brothers and sisters, millions of them. And you came out on top.
Yeah!
Yes! Thank you, Greg. My story is about God's faithfulness. Because, even if you grow up in a Christian family, you need God's faithfulness. Yeah. You need God's sustaining power in your life. And, it's also about the hope that we live in Him, okay? Because there's times where I've missed the mark and I've not been the winner that I was called to be. And God's brought me back and He's given me hope, either through a person's testimony, through a friend, through reading something in the Word, through coming to church and being encouraged. I'm so grateful for this place that I'm connected to. It's a life source in my life. And as I connect with you and we share our stories and we give out to each other, we're built up, hey? We're encouraged and we're stirred to go on in the race. I've just so enjoyed working with guys like Ian. We just resonate off each other. That happens with another Christian, doesn't it? Yeah. You're telling of God's goodness and what He's been bringing you through. And it builds excitement, yeah. So I want to encourage you, you're in the right place tonight. And be planted in the house of God. That's been a key in my life. I think, I've definitely tried to do my own things in life, but making a commitment to coming to church, making a commitment to rubbing shoulders with inspiring people in the faith. Yes, Nat, you're New South Welshman, but you are inspiring in the faith. I get so much from hanging out with guys like this and other guys, other Christians that I really respect. And that's another thing I really want to say to the young men and the young women. If you're a young woman and you want to be a godly woman, then find some godly women who you're like, yep, they're hitting the mark, they're doing the thing the way it should be. They're walking in power, they're walking in authority. That's who I want to be with. So if you're a guy, find a guy. If you're a girl, find a girl. Because that's how it works. We're put on this earth to, not just make it ourselves, but bring others through. Yeah? Don't